Hello dear students, in this video we are going to revise chapter number 8, which is all about the HTML advanced features. This is your teacher Megha Narayan. So with that, let's start the revision together. Here is the introduction to HTML. This chapter is all about the coding of HTML. So we are going to revise the chapter and putting more focus, we will be more focusing on to the practical concept of the chapter itself. HTML actually is used to create your own websites. This is the language using which you can create your own websites. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is not actually a programming language, but in fact it is a markup language. Markup language means it is made up of various sort of tags, markup tags, and these tags are used for coding in HTML. Please note, HTML is not a case-sensitive language. That means whether you write in small letter or you write in capital letter, both are same in the case of HTML, since it is not a case-sensitive language. HTML documents can contain HTML tags as well as the plain text. That means HTML tags, what are they? We will be learning and revising them again further when we are moving. And at the same time, plain text are the one that we keep on writing, like the one which are there, the part of the website. So the introduction is done. Let's move on to the HTML elements and the tags. HTML is actually made up of various tags. We already learned that. Question arises, what is a tag? So tag is always enclosed in a angle bracket. In which bracket? Angular bracket. So you can see onto the screen, in the first point itself it is mentioned, HTML tags normally comes in pairs. They always comes in the pairs. Not all comes in the pairs, but most of them comes in the pairs. First one is always called as the start tag. How it looks like, you can see that in the second point itself. While once you are using slash with the same, it will be now known as and tag, also called as in the case of closing tag, and tag or closing tag, while the start tag is also known as opening tags. Which tags? Opening tags. With that, let's move further. Question arises, how to write codes in HTML. So first of all, we will be writing code. What are the codes? We will learn it soon in the further slides. But once the code is written, here comes step number 2, in which you will be saving the file. Saving file in the case of HTML is very important. And please focus that whenever you are saving the file, you make sure that you use the extension of .html as an extension, or .htm also. Suppose you are saving your file and your file name is xyz. So you can save the file with the name like xyz.html. No spaces are allowed while you are saving the file. No spaces should be there between the extension, between the name of file. No, it's not allowed. Now once the file is saved, it's time to view the output. In order to view the output, you can use any of the web browser, which can be Internet Explorer, Netscape Navigator, Chrome, etc. Once you are opening the browser, you can just find out the name of the particular file which you have saved earlier by clicking onto the open option, and the particular file will be opening now as a web page. Please note, what is the purpose of web browser here? The Chrome you are using, Internet Explorer you are using. The purpose of such web browsers are to read the HTML document and display them as a web page. So this was all about how to start. Let's start learning the commands together, the coding part of HTML together. Very first line, the very first tag while you are doing the programming in HTML is always tag HTML, which shows you that the particular tag can be viewed by the web browser, that the file you are making belongs to HTML. Then comes up the second tag, which is tag head. This defines the header section, of the coding. Third one, as you can see on the screen, is the title. which shows you actually the title bar of the particular web page, the topmost bar, not the topic, not the heading, but the title, the particular name of the website also you can say in this case. So it is actually showing you, demonstrating to you the title bar of the page. And last we have the most important tag, which is the body tag. This particular tag shows the entire content which are supposed to be displayed onto the web page. 70 to 80% of HTML coding is only done under this body tag. So this is what a particular HTML code looks like. Here a heading tag is used. Tag HTML is the first line as always. Then comes title, in which you are using headings. Now please note, in a single web page you can use H6 till 6 you can have. Total number of headings you can have 6. And thus you can see the result. Here the first H1 you have used. Please look on carefully onto the particular coding we are doing. H1. The first H1 you have used is having the maximum font size in this case of the web page. While with the second one it keeps on decreasing. So actually H1, H2, H3 like that, the particular size of the font also decreases. Okay. Let's move further to the next tag, which is HTML paragraph tag. Whenever we are writing anything, let's talk about simple books that we are having. Data in that is written in various paragraphs. Now in the case of HTML, when you are making the web pages, simultaneously you need to write the data in the case of paragraph also. Question arises, which tag can I use? So here is the answer. Tag P you can use at the same time. Tag P stands for paragraph. It is again the one which needs opening, and also at the same time, once the paragraph ends, it also needed the closing. Once the opening and the closing is done, that will be marked as a single paragraph. Onto the screen you can see the one I am sharing with you. First one is written tag P. This is a paragraph. Tag P closed. While in the second line you can see this is another paragraph. This is the content which is written. And once the result is shown in the case of web page, you can see both of the lines are having a particular space between them to demonstrate that the first one belongs to the first paragraph and next one belongs to the second paragraph. Here comes another tag, line break and horizontal line tags. So whenever you are talking about such breaks, that means line break. First of all, that means the difference, the break between line. You are writing one line, once the line is completed, we used to press enter, right? In the case of web page, this line break is the one you can relate with. When you want to start a new line, in order to start a new line, we use this tag. What's the name? Line break. Now here comes one more, that is a horizontal line, again showing you a break. This is simply a horizontal line drawn on a web page. In order to draw a horizontal line, we are supposed to use tag HR. Which tag? Tag HR. H for horizontal, R for rules. So horizontal rule basically will be drawn once you are using HR tag. Students, kindly note and revise this thing again that BR and HR tag both are empty tags, or you can say the one that doesn't need closing. With that, we are moving further to the next tag, adding colors to the line. Suppose you want to add color to the horizontal line. Actually, by default, computer always provides you when you are making the web pages, and using HR tag, computer always provide you the line of gray color. What if you want that line of blue or your any favorite color? So on this particular slide itself, you can see that at last I have mentioned the command also, tag HR color equals to, within double quotes you can write the color which you want that particular line to be of. Like if you want the color to be of red, so red color here within the double quotes you can write the same. If I want blue, in spite of red in this complete command I will be mentioning there blue, and that's it. So this was all about putting the color for the horizontal lines. Next tag we will be learning is about font. Since text formatting is important concept in the case of web pages, because we want data in different fonts, different styles, different color, different sizes. So this particular tag is again the important part of the case of HTML. With the topic of text formatting, we will be learning in deep all about the font tag. Font tag is used to format the text in the HTML. And under the case of formatting text, you can practice in 3 ways: changing the style, then the color, and last is the size. Here are few of the results you can see. Global information channel font is written and its particular size is also decreasing. Alright, so this is one of the result of the font tag. Let's move and revise the next topic, which is marquee. With the word of marquee element, you used to have this particular thing in your mind, that marquee tags are such elements which will provide you scrolling text on the screen. That means once I am using marquee tag, the particular text will be scrolling, right? So marquee tags are the one that provides us to insert a scrolling, a moving text onto the area of the screen. Here comes the next one, comments, adding comments in the HTML. Comments are the one, question arises first of all, what are comments? So comments in the case of HTML are such lines that can be used just like a short note. These are the lines which will be definitely ignored by computer. Computer is not going to actually concern about these lines, not going to consider these sort of the lines which are the comments. Question arises how to write comments. So in order to write the comments in the case of HTML, you had to follow the particular steps which are provided onto this. In order to write the same, step number 1 is you will be writing the angular bracket, and after that you will use not sign. This is also called as comment sign in the case of HTML. After this, you can write the text whichever you want to and just close the angular bracket. So this was all about the comments in the HTML. Now one of the interesting concept is coming here, how to put the background. So background in this case you can use first of all as a color, and second we will learn as an image. So first of all, in order to put the background as a color, first point itself is showing you the command. Body BG color equals to, in the double quotes again you will write the name of the color. In this green is mentioned, so at the last of the slide you can see the result is also shown, and the background of this web page is totally green. So this was all about the background color. Moving on to the next part is the list tag. In the case of HTML, there are 2 sort of lists available. So we are revising this video. Ask yourself which are those 2 lists. First one is actually correct. If you are also saying unordered, we both are correct. And the second one is ordered. So unordered and ordered. Unordered means the one which is not properly organized. With that I mean the one that use bullets, different sort of symbols. While the second one, which is ordered, I mean the one which is using numbers. Here is one of the example of unordered list. In order to have the same, you will be using tag UL. U for unordered, L for list. Various numbers of bullets you can use, like disc, circle, square, etc. Talking about the ordered, we can use various type of the formats, from the Arabic numbers to the lower cases alphanumeric, Roman numbers, etc. But by default, Arabic numbers are always provided in the case of HTML. Last topic of today's discussion, chapter number 8 discussion, revising of this video again now, is all about the hyperlink. Hyperlink is the actual link. Once you are clicking, it will take you to another location, or it will open another file for you. So in order to have the same in the case of your HTML, You will be using the particular tag of A href equals to double quotes URL double quotes, and again the tag will be closed. Confused? Don't be. Look in the slide. Third point itself is showing you the command. What is this A? A is actually the anchor element. And what does it do? Tag A or the anchor element is used to define the hyperlink as well as the anchors. Or you can say it provides the destination, that where the file is located, okay, take me there, like that. So this was all about the hyperlink, and here you can check out the result. So with that, this is all about the video. Thank you so much. Happy computing.